Hello, my name is Doug Fecher, and I'm president of Wright-Patt Credit Union. I know these are difficult times for all of us. Both Wright-Patt Credit Union members and employees alike are anxious about the coronavirus, especially given the rapid increase in infections as cooler weather has taken hold. Our goal ever since the pandemic hit last spring has remained the same: to balance the health and safety of our employees with our obligation to serve members' financial needs. Over the past few weeks, I regret to say that we've had to temporarily close several member centers as a result of positive tests, either for members who visited the locations or for some of our own employees. When there is a positive test result inside one of our locations, we immediately close the affected center for 24 hours so we can sanitize the location to prevent further spread of the disease. Also, any employees who may have been exposed to the virus in these cases are sent home for 10 days to quarantine. We know that closing any member center is a major inconvenience, and the temporary short staffing that is the result of employee quarantines can make it a challenge to meet the service needs of members in the way you'd expect. But we feel these actions are appropriate and necessary to protect the health of our employees during these difficult times. Given the recent surge of positive infections in our community, which are at record highs for Ohio and across the country, we've made the difficult decision to reduce member traffic in our member center locations until the wave of new infections begins to slow. As a result, we will process routine transactions, things like deposits and withdrawals, through drive-through lanes only where available, and we will make appointments for members needing to come inside for new accounts, loans, and other non-routine transactions. For Wright-Patt locations that don't offer drive-through service, lobbies will remain open for both transactions and appointments, though we may limit the number of people permitted inside at any one time, and we will be asking those entering the member centers if there's any chance they may have been exposed to the virus themselves. We encourage all our members to remember the easiest ways to conduct routine transactions without visiting a member center location. These include online and mobile banking, which includes money transfers and bill pay services. Or you can use remote check deposit capture via mobile banking. Our ATM machines are available for deposits and withdrawals, transfers, and balance inquiries, or you can use Call 24, our automated telephone service. Also, members should plan their visits to member centers and try not to come when the centers are busiest, usually on Mondays or Fridays. The 3rd of each month is also a very busy day, and if you can, we'd suggest you plan your visit to avoid these busiest of days. I realize any action we take to reduce the number of people inside our member centers comes at a cost for our members, including facing longer wait times for service. This is a big concern of mine. I want to assure you we are doing everything we can for those impacted by COVID, and we appreciate your patience. The balancing act between keeping member centers open, servicing members, and protecting the health and safety of our employees is not always easy. That's why I'm asking you to help us during this time by understanding why we've taken this action. For me, here's the bottom line. The economic damage that occurred when Ohio shut down last spring was significant, and all of us should do everything we can to avoid another broad shutdown. We need to keep people working and receiving paychecks, even despite the pandemic. In order to do that, each of us must do what we can to slow the spread of the virus. In the end, we all want to be safe, healthy, working, and taking care of our families. While our decision to limit member traffic is regrettable, we are convinced it will result in a lower chance of having to close locations. It also lowers the chance of somebody else testing positive for the virus. I promise we will continue to monitor the situation and make changes as necessary. We will continue with this service model until it is no longer necessary, until the infection rate in our community falls and the risk of community transmission is reduced. We will all get through this. We recognize it's not easy, but it's necessary. We appreciate your understanding as we try to keep our member centers open, protect your health, and protect the health of our employees. I can't thank you enough for your help.